Welcome learner. This is our last discussion part of Illustrator. We are going to create a special effects. So to create special effects we can use either live effects or of filters. Most of the time I will be using live effects as I can continue making changes using the appearance palette. Live effects, when you apply live effects to objects, you can still continue to modify the effects and the object. Filters, when you apply filters, you can make changes to the effect, and you cannot make changes to the effect anymore. Now you can see the difference here. I want to do some effects that are commonly used in Illustrator. So make some object like let's say something like this, and try to apply some round corners. So one of the effects is a round corner. So let me see, I don't know whether there is a shape that can give me something like this, and so that I can make some round. Okay, if it doesn't happen to be there, I can try to create my own. Well, let me see whether that can work out. Now select that object and then go where? You go to Effect, Sterilize Round Corners. Effect, Sterilize Round Corners. And then can I preview, see whether the round corner is going to take effect. Make it something like 10. Oh no, wasn't too big. Okay, let me see how that is going to come out. Okay, can you see? Wow, 10 is a little bit too big depending on the size of the image, so it has worked out. Another one is warping. So let me see whether I have an object. Let me say it is a rectangle. So even a rectangle you can do warping. Let me see whether it is going to work out for me. Where can I do this? I think still under effects. So effects, warp. So which warp do I use? Which one are they use? Arc. So warp, arc, and can you see? It is doing the warping 27. Let me see whether I can warp mine 27. So if you increase the size of the warp, the bigger the size, so the same way that has been made. So if you have a text like this, you can warp it and it will be like that. So another one is distorting. Let me see if I have a line, a straight line. Let me say a straight line like this, and select it, and then effect, distort and transform. So select the line, effect, distort and transform, roughen. Let's see if I apply a roughen of something like 6 and 4. Let me see how it is going to come out. In a preview, see how it is going to come out. Is it absolute? Relative. Okay. Is it not working? What? It is not working. Okay, details. Oh my god, it is not working. Let me see. Maybe let me try something else. Let me try using a pen, so that I try something like that. And now go back there, effect, warp, not warping, but distort and roughen. Let me see now. Preview. Oh yeah, the previous one I had not put the stroke, so you can see the roughen has worked out. Okay, yes, make sure if you are using a line it has a stroke so that it can work out. Editing and or deleting live effects. If you go to appearance, whichever appearance that you have made, if you remove it, I think it should go back to what it was earlier. Let me see where that is. Under appearance, let me see. What have you done? It's roughening. So this roughening, if I delete it, the effect go back to what it was. So this one, if you delete the warping, the effect go back to what it was before. So applying 3D extrude. So let me try that on a shape that looks like this one. So let me try that on a star. Draw a star like this one. Okay, and this star, you select it and then you go back to effects, 3D extrude and roughen. Now make it 12, 15. Of course, preview what changes you are going to make. So you can see already it is going to work out. So let's see, 12, -15, 2, 12, -15, 2. 2 is angle all here. What else? Extrude depth 50. It is okay. Okay, whichever direction, I think it is going to be the same like what I have. Okay, yeah. So if my object was of a different color, okay, doesn't matter. So it is working. So 3D resolve, what is it different? Let me see. Okay, start with something like this. Let's try to do that resolve and see whether it is going to come out the way we want it. So start with what? Let me try a rectangle. This rectangle, I want to shape it a little bit. So using the pen, I add some points here. So using the direct select tool, I add that there, and using the other one, I try to set this direction or which direction. Okay, this I wanted this to be a little bit like that. I think like that it is okay. And the direct select tool to make it a little bit straight. Now I think that is okay. Now with that, let me try to, or if you want, you can still reflect it. Maybe you can try working with the reflect tool. Reflect it through this point like that. Oh, didn't work properly. So reflect it through this point. Why is it not working properly? Okay, now like that. I think now if I reflect through this point, okay, let me just work with it that way. So 3D resolve option. Okay, where is that? Effect 3D resolve. So 3D resolve. Let me see. Let me use the resolve options for -24/7 for negative. Of course, let's see the changes that is happening. Oh, it is already too beautiful. For -24, -24/7, not much of a change anyway from what now I have. And if I want the others to be anything else, I think okay, well, it already looks the way it is expected to look. So okay, you can see that has happened. Mapping the artwork. Okay, well, this requires a computer that is having quite a big memory. The one that I'm using is not that big in size of memory. So try this, following the mapping of artwork on your 3D resolved object. See whether you are going to come up with something like this. But for me, I'm going to skip it because the computer I'm using is not that well in terms of size of the memory. Now rotation, you can also try doing the rotation, see whether it is going to work out the way it is expected. I want to okay, let me see what let me start here. So distorting using warp effects. So what I'm going to work with, so let me remove this for the remainder of that part. I want you to go and try that on your own. Now I want to you can have some distortion using the liquify tools. Let me see the ones that I have here, whether I can be able to put that out. So warping tool, let me see whether there is any tool that is called warping tool here. Warping tool, okay, let me see what it is going to do for me. I see it is doing some funny things. Twilight, let me see Twilight, what it is going to do for me. Okay, wow, oh, that looks funny. Okay, maybe another one. Pick a tool, bolding, scroll. Let me see this one. They all look funny. Let me bolding. Let me see this one. How? What is it? Okay. Well, you can try all of them and see how they are working out. Drawing a graph. Let me see how I can draw a graph. Let's see. Select a bar graph and okay. Let me see. So remove this object here, and let's see. There is a graph somewhere. Let's try to work it out. Where is the graph? Here. Column graph. Okay, let me see it. Well, let me see how that is going to work out. Let me try to make a graph like this, class 1, class whatever, I don't know. Class 1, class 2 and class 3. Let me try this other one here. So this is remove that. So that is going to be dog, cat, going to be dog, cat, tortoise, fish, write whatever you have in mind, and let's see whether the values that we are going to have is 415 2 3. Let me see these others. 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 3 2. Let me say this is 6. The other one is 315 4 3. Let me see how that works out. If I say okay, a graph is made for me, okay, yeah, a graph is already made for me, and you can see how the graph looks like. If I want to go back to the data editor, I don't know, is it possible to go to the data editor? How do I go back to the data editor if it is already done? The colors, I'm told using the direct select tool, I can be able to select only a single cell, a single row, column, and change the colors if I want them to have a different color. Okay, you can change their colors like that using the direct select tools until it looks the way you want it to be. So okay, now suppose I can go back to the graph here. I don't know whether once you have come up with a graph, there is a way of going back to the data again. Okay. I want you to try whether once you come up with a column, is there a way of going back to the data once you have removed the data? So I want you to try that. Tell me in our next meeting whether you will have managed to do a recap of that. So applying live painting, let me see how we can do that. So create a square like that. So for this case now, let's remove this, create a star, like that one. Let's see whether you can manage to come up with the star is there. I want to say maybe I don't want to make the stroke a little bit visible. After you have done that, do we need to make after that click the second point? Okay, now view smart guide. to turn on the smart guides. View smart guide, smart guide to turn on the smart guide. They are turned on already. Now after that, draw a star on the canvas. It is there, has been created. Click the second point at the bottom. We are doing that with which tool? Select the line tool. So we are going to do that with the line tool, this one. So click and do to the next point. I hope that doesn't disappoint. Okay. After you are done doing that, you do what now? Select all the shapes with the select tool. Next, click the live paint and fill the first area with light gray. Okay, now using the select tool, select everything like that, and then live paint. I want to look for live paint. Where do I find it? Look for it, you find it, live paint, like that. So I would take a color, like a gray color, come here and paint it. Oh, let me see how it comes out. There is something that I didn't do. And then live paint, this one. Click a color. Can I start again? Looks like it didn't work the way I expected. Okay, let me see. Applying. So with live paint you can really paint. Okay, let me follow through with you. So remove everything first. So make sure the smart guides are on. Okay, they are on. Now draw your star. Can it work also with a pen? Let me just one. No, pen will not work. So line tool. Let me work with line tool anyway. It should work. Any other point that I have not connected? After you have connected all of them, click the second all of them are connected now. It is right. Select all the shapes with the select tool. Next, click the right paint and fill the first area with light gray. If it doesn't work, then there is need for, I don't know, live paint. Or color. Which color am I using? A different color again. You keep on doing that until you have done that all the way, until you have your shape in different color. Let me try all the other colors. Let's see what other colors, so you can have your object using different colors until it looks whatever way that you wish it to look. Okay, it should look at the end of it very beautiful. You should have a very beautiful object at the end of the whole exercise. Wow, looks like that. So that was a good exercise, though challenging a little, so I hope you are going to make through it. Masking using creeping path. Let me see what does this has to do with what. Well, the shape, the picture of it is just a picture that is downloaded. So what we are going to create in this rounded thing, and then you mask them through a given point like this. Yeah. So after this, so then you add this, and then whatever opacity that you need to make. Let's see. Let me see. Let's try that out together. We are not going to create cells, so many of them. Let's see. Now our object is off. I want us to create some few rectangle. So that one, does it look like that? Oh yes. Now create several of them around. Several of them. Just transform them around. You can transform them by night, transform them by negative night, transform them by 180. Let's see how it is going to come out. So you should be having, and that looks like that. Oh, the work area is too small for my transform by 45, transform by negative 45, transform by, is it 135, formed by 2 wood. 270 plus 45 is it 315 or is it something like that? Okay, no, negative 270. You can even rotate it manually. What does it matter? And you can make others until it move around. And now they wanted a circle, an ellipse. Is it an ellipse? So that ellipse you can make it look like this. Before we can do that, there was a white circle somewhere. How did this whitish come around? So was that a rectangle? Okay, it was a rectangle. Let's see how that comes out. So draw a rectangle to decide the area you want to show. Make sure it is at the topmost layer. Okay. The topmost layer. Okay. Okay. Looks like I will work out a rectangle first. I want to show this area. And it should be at the topmost layer. Okay, that is where it is. And then select both the background and the path. Looks like it is selecting everything, and then you create mask. Well, yeah, that is what they wanted. Yeah. Now something I forgot to do. I forgot to give a gradient. A gradient of whatever color I want. This one is supposed to be white. This other one is the one that is going to be some kind of a color, like well, could be something like, oh no, looks like it has gone the opposite. And make sure it is radio. Oh, it should have gone the opposite. So this is the one that is white. The other one is the one that should be grayish or something like that. Oh, what is happening? Okay, 2 colors only, so that the inner part is white and the color goes out as you move out. So that is what I want. So let me see. This is the one that I want to put some color, like yellowish. The problem is okay, yeah, the things shouldn't have an outline. It should be without any outlines, like that. Okay, can you see? Looks beautiful. Yes, now we just need to put the image, and of course a background I don't know whether if I put some kind of a color, oh no, it should be like that. Okay, if I was to put a rectangle at the very back, let me see, a rectangle that is grayish or greenish like that. At the very back of everything like this. A rectangle that is blue. That is not part of the creep mask. Yeah, it is not supposed to be part of the creep mask, and it is not it is at the back like that, so that now we can cover the whole mask like that. Well, can you see the mask? It is not that bad. Okay, yes. So try it and see whether you are going to come up with something that looks beautiful like this one. And let's see, the rectangle should not be that big like that. It should just cover the work, just my work like this. The problem with this now is this. Why is the color moving outside? It should be going to the very end. Before I mask, that is what I should have done. Before you do the masking, you should have selected the rays so that you do that. So I think I should have done that before everything. Before that, like that. Before I can mask. Before you put the mask, you should have selected those, and you do the mask. You do this be some color. Make it radio. Oh, why is the white not going the way? It should go all the way. Anyway, doesn't matter, because after all we are going to cut our work up to this point. Then make, what did I do? Creep mask. Not bad. So try it, see how it works. Editing the mask, you can see where to edit it. The mask Did you see under appearance? Under appearance, you have your mask. You figure out where it is, and you can edit that. So, oh no, layers. It is under layers, not mask. So you can look for your mask. Looks like mine are separated, but these ones it's kind of a grouped, but it didn't group mine. Okay, opacity, you can reduce the opacity until it looks the way you want, and that's it. Saving the printing, you can save your work like a JPEG. In this case, if you save the ordinary way, there is no option for JPEG. So if you want to save it as a picture, the only way you can do that is you export. You can only export, so that if it is in the form of a JPEG or it is in the form of a PNG, those are picture file formats, you can be able to save that as a JPEG or any other file format. So that I think is the end of our discussion of the Illustrator tutorials. The next part that we are now going to look is an exercise. Maybe you can do an exercise, a small exercise of drawing a small logo. But the discussion is so far at this point. So the next exercise, the next discussion that we're going to do together is drawing a small logo, designing a small logo. So I hope you have been able to follow through the last part of our discussion and you have been able to understand it. So see you in our next class, in our next session of a discussion, so that we can try to make a small logo. And you need to remember to subscribe to the channel, so that you are going to be updated when I make a share of the discussion of the next part that I wish that we do it together. So thank you, and see you then in our next discussion. See you there.